I feel bad for wasting your time with watching this. I'm sorry, Rouga. It's too late, Missy. You did this. Now we're here. No, I mean, we could do something else. It's just it seems weird me saying this, given that I make very similar videos, but this shit bores the shit out of me, dude. It's just like, it's so boring. It's so dull. It's just,
they're not exactly playing a character and trying to say a bunch of weird stuff throughout theirs. They're just kind of.
I gotta throw some. I wouldn't be able to watch my video. Like if I go back to my early videos, I can't watch that shit. Those videos suck. Are you serious? Like, well, hold on. Let me go to like my oldest shit. Like my oldest shit. We're gonna go bang. What's my oldest stuff? Yeah, this is
the oldest video.
I don't know. What do you guys want? What do you guys want to watch? Let's watch my absolute oldest shit. What do you want to watch? You want to watch Has Gaming Lost Its Way? Mass Effect: A Nuanced
No, watch one of the watch one of the Beauty of Comics ones. The Beauty of Comics series.
The Beauty of Comics. Watch the Beauty of Comics.
Those were good videos, though. Those were good videos.
Like you could just tell, like those. Here's the first one. The forgotten.
Watch the Oz videos.
You should watch.
No, I kind of had a formula down by that point. I'm trying to get to the ones where I didn't really have a formula down, and shit just sucked. You know, I made all kinds of stuff, dude. 7 things, because I was originally that's what people don't like. I was originally a variety channel, so like every video was about something different. You know, The Witcher was always a bad show. Hellboy, a superhero comic like no other. Invincible, Fears for season 2, and duality of modern writing. Superman and Lois, one beautiful scene. Like this is all I just made about random shit, and you can tell by most of them 500 views, 300 views. You know, some of them just still get views. Like Hellboy, this video still gets views to this day. Like when I originally released this, it was like these other ones with just a couple hundred, but over time,
I remember being recommended some of those.
Yeah, these are my absolute first video. Isn't actually on here anymore. I think I removed it because I hated it. Actually, look, can I find that one?
Your very first video you hate?
I didn't remove it because I hate. I removed it. Well, I was extremely nervous. Like very, very nervous recording myself, and I just come off weird. There's no images flashing on the screen. It's just my face. It's very. That would be interesting. If I could
your face sometimes flashes in your videos
on accident.
Yeah, yeah, often. It's funny. It's hilarious.
I was just really, really lazy. And I
think one of your recent rants, your face had appeared for like a split second.
Yeah, I know. I didn't notice it until I uploaded it. Usually I go back and I watch it, but it was like 2 in the morning. I'm like, I'm not going back. I'm just gonna hope it was all done right.
I thought that was intentional.
If it's long, then yeah. If it's just like a blink, then it wasn't. That's generally how it works. How do I look at my fucking oldest shit, dude? Okay, so yeah. So these were like I actually had okay. So the shorts, I don't really count the shorts, but yeah, these were a couple of videos that I had. I blocked them because they became illegible anyway. You literally couldn't watch them anyway, because they got copyright struck. So like this one you can't, you can't watch these 2 at all. These are shorts that have long been removed, mainly because they were just stupid shit about like political stuff and different stuff like that. But my first ever
you talked about politics?
Yeah. Originally, my very first ever video was a political video, and then it was literally just explaining the difference between left and right. It was a bipartisan video that was just like, this is what right is, this is what left is, this is why they need each other, and this is what their purposes are in government, and that's what the video was about. And it wasn't good. But my first video, boop. This is my first video that I actually made. God, this is gonna be hard for me to watch. This is gonna be very difficult for me to watch. Just want you guys to know that. First off, is anyone even interested in watching this? Because if you're not, we can totally go do something else.
Gonna be
we can totally go watch something else. Hold up. Does anyone?
Oh, come on.
The old you pussy. Come on.
First.
Are we allowed to vote on this?
Video.
Yes. Oh, I feel like this vote's gonna
at least make the alternative
trash. Vote.
Don't.
No. Start poll.
This is a rigged election.
There we go. It's not rigged. That is a recommendation for who to vote. That is not a rigging. God damn it, Jim. See, Jim rigged the vote. I didn't rig the vote. Jim did with his money.
Well, he
with
did
his
just way
dirty money.
Well, it's still yes. It's still 92% want to watch it though. So.
Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, but is that? I don't know if that's necessarily enough. You know, I feel like we need a full agreement of people.
This isn't court.
Okay, now it's okay. I'm gonna do it. We're gonna watch it. Fuck. We're gonna watch it. Okay. I don't even remember what this video is about entirely, but we'll see.
This is your spoiler warning. I'm gonna spoil the shit out of these games. I'm gonna spoil the Greek games. I'm gonna spoil the Norse games. I might spoil.
So I will explain this. So a little bit of commentary. Originally, when I made, look at my face. It's hilarious. Okay. Originally, when I made this video, I had this idea that in the background, I was going to have the video that I would do next be like somewhere on the video I was gonna have something, right? So See how here I'm doing a God of War video, but in the background you don't see God of War, you see Black Adam. So if you go to here, literally my next video after I did the God of War, not including the short, was a Black Adam video. So I had like this idea in my head that I was going to like tease people with what the next video was going to be in every video, but not tell them what the next video was. So like you can look at the screen and try and see it, and they were going to be more convoluted with each video that released. It was like a little idea I had that I immediately got rid of. This is the only video that I actually did it in. But like the idea was like somewhere in the background, wherever I record my videos, I was going to have a hint of what the next video was going to be.
You should just randomly throw a clip in your videos that's related to the second video, but with no context, and just talk over it like it's not there.
Instead of like a flash of my face, I should have a flash somewhere in the video of just a
exactly.
Random, yeah, just like if you could find, and I should put in like if you could find the flash, you'll know what my next video is going to be. But most times I don't plan that far ahead. It's just whatever I wake up and feel like doing that day, I'll just do. So that's why that
when you do though,
wouldn't work. It would
just
instead.
re-upload the video.
It would work. Anyway, all right, let's get back to this shitty video.
Effect, Silent Hill, Nosferatu.
Go with Babyface Rouga.
Silent film.
I look exactly like that now. This was 2 years ago. It wasn't 20 years ago.
Don't complain about spoiling.
That's just me without. That's just me without a beard.
Goatee.
I don't want to hear any bitching.
Yeah, that's just me without a beard.
Cool.
It's also me when I was super. I was also me
like God of War. It's probably my favorite video game franchise of all time.
How big are you now?
I bought the original God of War back in 2005, and it dethroned my previous favorite game of all time, which was Knights of the Old Republic.
Nice.
I've bought every God of War since its release, on day of release, and I have beaten all of them and platinumed most of them. The ones that
is that still true to this day?
I was really excited.
Still
for
true. I didn't unplatinum them.
I was pretty excited for God of War Ragnarok, despite not really loving.
Oh no! Look! To give his point. Look! To get his point. Look.
On day of release, and I have
okay. Look, this is God of War 2018. This is not the original God of War. This is God of War 2018. Okay, so that's God of War.
And platinumed most of them.
Nice stuff.
God of War Ragnarok, platinum. So anyone who says that I don't like this game, I didn't play this game, I didn't whatever, I platinumed both of them. Okay, I got everything in both of the new Norse games. When I shit on the Norse games, it's because I did everything in them and I still don't like them. Okay, so let's just. You cannot tell me that I don't know. Like I'm just you just didn't understand. I did the whole thing. All right, they have been platinumed. I got all the information I need. I do not like them.
You've been vindicated.
Platinum when I bought them. I was
you gotta
really
show that in your
excited for God of War 2018. Excited for God of War Ragnarok, despite not really loving God of War 2018. I should be
play the game 72 times consecutively, otherwise you can't have an opinion.
So why, after 55 hours in platinuming God of War Ragnarok, do I not really care about playing the sequel all that much? I've been racking this around my brain for.
Everyone wants me to watch this video. We're still only a minute 14 seconds in, and we keep talking over it. So if like I'll try again, but if we keep interrupting it to stop every 5 seconds because everyone is clearly not interested in actually watching it, then we'll move on and do something else. That's just the way it is.
You know? And I think I finally
I was
figured it out. God of War 2018 and
see, he couldn't wait for me to press play. He was just like, I'm done with this. Like immediately when I pressed play, he had to.
That was just inconvenient time.
Literally like the moment he's already bored. The moment I speak. See, this is how shitty this video is. I told you this is a bad video. I can't even press play without someone being like, yeah, no, I'm done. I don't want to look at your fucking face anymore with your fat fucking nose. We're starting again.
God of War Ragnarok do not allow you to enjoy any sort of catharsis when playing these games. In fact, they actually kind of fight against it.
I agree with this still.
One thing the original Greek games were really good at was giving you that catharsis. They introduced these villains, they built them up as being super evil and super hateable, and then sending Kratos, someone who's really not a great dude, after them and making you really want to see Kratos kill these people. The fights were well done mechanically, they were a spectacle to watch, and this one's really important, they allowed you to feel the proper catharsis when overcoming these enemies. They did this in the storytelling, the gameplay, and the really cool execution. They did it so well, in fact, it really didn't matter how bad Kratos became throughout the games, you still wanted to see Kratos kill the people that he wanted to kill. In other words, you were still on board with what Kratos was doing the entire time, regardless of how evil his actions were. This is something the Norse games of God of War completely fail at. I would even say by the way this game is written, and the way that the fights play out, that the designers of this game actively don't want you to feel that catharsis. And yes, to me, that makes the game worse. Now don't get me wrong, when you're fighting Draugr and Vikings and dragons,
I'm actually also
and things
talking
like that,
slow here.
sure, the catharsis is there, as much as the catharsis can be on characters that you have no personal connection to. But when it comes to any named character, any actual legitimate villain within the game, they don't let you. And it doesn't seem like they want you to. What this does is makes it so that regardless of how well the fight is actually designed on a gameplay standpoint, none of them can be as satisfying as any of the lesser designed boss fights in the original games. The entirety of the Norse games, Kratos is constantly chastised for simply defending himself most of the time. Kratos gives characters like Baldur, Thor, Heimdall, and Odin every chance possible to not have to kill them, and the few times when he's actually driven to the point that he has to because his enemies are stubborn, and I would argue suicidal, Kratos is forced to kill them, he is chastised for killing them, he hates himself for killing them, and they've made that the entire plot of the game, essentially. Killing Baldur in God of War 4, who is little more than an annoyance throughout that entire game, constantly popping up and irritating you, causes one of your closest friends, Freya, to absolutely hate you for it, and turn against you. The only possible outcome for Baldur was for him to die. Even if he would have killed Freya and Kratos would have allowed him to kill Freya, Kratos would have still eventually killed Baldur when Baldur came for him after the death of Freya. I understand that Freya doesn't care about any of that and is just mourning the loss of her son. I get that. Doesn't change the fact that killing Baldur is less satisfying than killing Ares, killing Zeus, killing Hercules, or really any other boss throughout the entirety of the Greek games. Baldur, while being a better written character than a lot of those villains in the previous games, is less satisfying on a gameplay standpoint to overcome. He's a good character, but a bad boss. This is why I think a lot of people feel like God of War 4 sort of climaxed a little bit early. Most people agree that the Stranger boss fight at the very beginning of the game is the best fight in the entire game. It's easily the fight with the highest stakes, and it's also the closest thing that we got to an original God of War boss fight. The one we get at the end with Baldur, while bigger in scale due to the addition of the giants, you're nowhere near as invested in the actual fight as you were the one with the Stranger. Between Kratos not really wanting to kill Baldur, and Freya constantly throughout the fight telling you that she doesn't want you to fight Baldur, makes you not really want to fight Baldur past the simple pleasure of actually playing the game. The entire Norse saga does this throughout its entire runtime. Heimdall has a lot of build-up for his fight. You have to go and craft a weapon specifically to fight him, and Kratos seems very gun-ho about murdering him, and Heimdall himself is a complete asshole. You should really enjoy this fight and enjoy killing him. I personally think the Heimdall fight is the best fight in the entirety of Ragnarok, as far as the story-related fights go. But when you finally get to the end of Heimdall's assisted suicide, the entire tone kind of changes. Mimir looks at what you did as if what you did was completely monstrous, despite the fact that you've already killed thousands of people way more brutally than you killed Heimdall. But basically everyone in the game judges you for it from that point on. It's treated as if Kratos is slipping into his old ways and committing an act of evil. And because the story is written this way, it means that the victory over Heimdall is not satisfying. And it doesn't want to be satisfying. None of the fights want to be satisfying. The fight with Thor is just constantly trying to convince Thor not to fight. And then by the end of it, it just sort of ends. You stab him in the hand, and then you both just kind of stop fighting. It's not even clear if you beat him or if you both just sort of gave up. Then you turn Thor good, Odin shows up, stabs Thor, and kills him. So you're like, okay, well, Odin's a bastard. Thor wasn't that bad of a person, so maybe I'll enjoy the fight with Odin. You fight Odin, it's kind of fun. You get to the end, and no, you don't really get to beat Odin. None of the characters really want to kill Odin. Atreus locks his soul in a little marble. Freya chooses not to hurt him, and then Sindri, little kill stealer, shows up and finishes it. This too is also painted as a really bad thing, not something that you were aiming to do. So as much as you can enjoy the game on a mechanical level because the combat does feel very crunchy and is fun to do, it makes it impossible for you to actually get the catharsis that games kind of require when you're playing a game like this, which is based around violence and death. There's sort of this new idea in game design that every game that is hyper-violence has to constantly tell you that violence is bad, and then it parades itself around as like this high form of art. It's not. We all know violence is bad. We still want to enjoy the violence in our game. While not nearly as extreme, God of War has definitely gotten a lot of its ideas about its game design from The Last of Us. Last of Us 2 in particular, as far as this topic goes. Last of Us Part 2, in pretty much every way you can measure, is a good game. Graphically, game design-wise, acting, it's a good game, but it has this really intrusive anti-violence message that actively tries to make you miserable while you play the game, that makes the game overall a miserable experience. While playing Last of Us Part 2, I was not bothered by Joel dying, I wasn't bothered with playing as Abby, I wasn't bothered by the jumping back and forth of the storytelling, I wasn't bothered by any of the things that people said they were bothered by, except for the very simple fact that it is a game driven by violence that actively doesn't want you to enjoy the violence. Therefore, you don't enjoy playing the game 90% of the time. Violence is what you do in the game. If you want to make an anti-violence game, there's a way to do that. Undertale did it really, really well. A wrong way to do it would be to
I have completely altered my perspective on this, by the way.
They didn't do it really well.
I have completely changed my opinion on this. I've done a complete 180. I think Undertale sucks. But yeah, here we go.
Constantly glorifies violence, also pointing its finger at the player and telling them that they're wrong for trying to enjoy this. It's not fun. It also makes the story nearly impossible to get into past a certain point. You can't have Ellie free.
I also think by this point, when I made this video, I had not completed Undertale. So I had only been in like the early stages of Undertale, which is probably why I used that as an example. But no, I've completely done a 180 on this. I think that Undertale does it in a terrible way. It's very, very manipulative. It absolutely does try to make you feel bad with killing the people. And it's basically the same thing.
Freaking out that
you know,
just killed
I think I figured out a game that is actually really good for this point. Ratchet Deadlocked, the fourth one. You know, one where you're a gladiator by force.
Yeah.
That was anti-violence?
No.
No, not even remotely, but
it's not an anti. I don't understand. I don't understand the link. It's an like anti-consumerism
kind
message.
Kind of doesn't want to be violent. Also, kind of does. It's
Ratchet?
So weird. Yeah,
less of wanting to be violent and more not wanting to be trapped in an arena against.
Yeah, there's no. Yeah, it's not about. Yeah.
It was. Yeah, you're right. It was less about him wanting to be violent.
It's not less about. It's just not about. It's not an anti-violence story at all. We're almost through it. Hold on, we got like 3 minutes left.
Okay, just play through a level.
Everyone shut that up.
God damn it! Hold up, wait.
Get to the good part.
God of War Ragnarok does the same thing to a lesser extent. You have to question why Kratos feels so bad about killing people like Baldur, Heimdall, Thor, and Odin when you spend the entire game massacring hundreds of Vikings. You can argue the Draugrs are zombies and they don't really matter, but Vikings are human, and he murders them in self-defense to protect himself. But for some reason, Heimdall and Odin, who kidnapped his son, is threatening to go to war with him and kill everyone that he ever loved. Suddenly he's supposed to feel bad about that? Why? As a player, I don't feel bad about it. So there's this disconnect between me and Kratos now that didn't exist in previous games. We're no longer on the same page because I'm looking very confused as to why Kratos doesn't just kill these fuckers, since we've seen him do it before many, many times. And it just seems like it's all done to push this sort of anti-violence message, which, yeah, I know, I was in first grade once too. I'm aware that violence is bad, but we're playing a game and your message is actively making the game worse. Now this brings me back to my original point, which is why I'm not excited for the next game. Why would I be? Kratos has made it very clear that he doesn't want to fight at all. He doesn't want to hurt anyone. He doesn't like violence anymore. He's essentially a god of peace now. So the fun of having Kratos go into an Egyptian world and start fighting Egyptian gods is gone, because that's not how it's going to happen. It's against his character now. So what's he going to do? Go to Egypt and talk to some people? Make friends, get into fights that he doesn't want to participate in, heal the land by convincing the bad guys they shouldn't be bad anymore, trap the main villain into a little soul ball so that they can just hide him away, or that someone else can come in and kill him instead. That's what happened in Ragnarok. Does that sound fun as I'm saying it? It doesn't to me. Somewhere along the line, Santa Monica forgot that we're playing a video game, and that catharsis is an extremely important part of video games, especially boss fights. And there's just nothing fun about the god of peace going to Egypt and making friends. I want to see Kratos make a spear specifically to kill Heimdall, and then go kill Heimdall. I want to be able to enjoy that victory and get excited for the next fight. It's really a shame that Santa Monica doesn't feel that way. Now let me be clear, I'm not saying that God of War Ragnarok has a bad story. I'm not saying that you can't make a story that's about anti-violence. What I am saying is that particularly in this game, story goes against the part of the game that makes it fun. And what they've done to Kratos, I don't really see as all that much different as what the MCU has done to Hulk. I'm sure people will have their reasons as to why the Hulk in the MCU sucks now and why Kratos is awesome. Because, oh, it's better written, and oh, he's evolved as a character, and oh this, and oh that. But at the end of the day, a Hulk that doesn't get angry is a less interesting Hulk to watch, and a Kratos that doesn't get angry and kill gods is a less fun Kratos to play as. Anyway, let me know what you guys think. Are you bothered by this? Are you okay with it? Do you think the Kratos story is pretty much...
So, are you guys bothered by this? Are you okay with it?
That wasn't nearly as bad.
It's not terrible.
I don't like
Bro,
it.
you were so gay back then.
Way worse than it actually was.
I don't have a, well, the problem is I don't have a,
It's still pretty solid
You were
video.
so gay 3 years ago, Rouga.
I still look like that. I got a beard, but I still look like that.
Unbelievably gay.
You also got longer hair than statue.
I do have longer hair now. Why do I look gay? I don't get it. What about my face is gay? I just feel like you think I'm a pretty dude. I think you're gay.
Oh!
No, it's gay not to have a beard.
Why you think I'm pretty? You know, I'm pretty.
You admitted it yourself. You play Undertale, and that's a game where you read. So, like, that's pretty gay, dude.
No, I had a gay guy in the room read it for me.
Is there
We've already been over this.
You were in the same room with the gay guy.
Yeah, I've been in the same room with a gay guy. I'm not a bigot, Doug.
Isn't it odd that this guy is in your room?
Let me see.
Who said that was a bad thing?
Okay, let's see. Ah, yes, if a man comes to stab you to death and you fight back, that's an anti-violence story? I didn't say that's what made it an anti-violence story. Is that a disagreement? That's not what I said. Yeah, that's not why it's an anti-violence story. It's an anti-violence story because of how the violence is portrayed within the game. It's very clearly that's the message of the game throughout the whole thing. You defending yourself in the game is shown as being a negative constantly. Throughout the Heimdall fight, you are constantly trying to stop Heimdall from attacking and killing you. You're trying to get through this in a reasonable manner and in a non-violent way, and he insists on trying to fight you, forcing you to kill him, and even though that happens, Mimir is like, oh man, what have you done? What's go? And like you like look at your bloody hands, like, oh, what have I done? And I'm just sitting here being like, are you fucking retarded, Kratos? Like, yeah, okay, fine, now move on. You've already killed literally hundreds of people in this exact same game. You gave Heimdall several chances. The writers and the developers over at Santa Monica Studio at some point lost their balls. It's an oversimplification because I wouldn't actually say necessarily that lose their balls is really the right terminology. They fundamentally misunderstand human nature, and they are trying to rewrite human nature and what they believe is morally right or wrong. Violence, due to its sheer existence, is wrong, and anytime you use violence under any circumstances, that is wrong, and we're going to make a game that teaches you that throughout the game. I'm an adult, I can decide when violence is right or wrong, and I think that only people who have lived extremely comfortable lives come to the conclusion that all violence is bad. There is absolutely such a thing as good violence. Go live anywhere where violence comes upon you a lot, and you will learn. Pacifists are not good people. They're generally pretty shit people. Go meet some real pacifists, and you'll find out real fast they're about as garbage as they come. They're all either liars or hypocrites or cowards. It's one of those three things. There really is no alternative. But damn, dude, look at this shit. Look at this shit. I was so like desperate for likes that I liked my own fucking video back then. Like I just wanted the number. Yeah, I just wanted the number to be up because back then you have to. This video when I released it, after 3 months of this video being out, it had 8 views. Like I literally liked it just so it had a like. Just so it had a like.
That is completely reasonable.
I think out of those 8 views, I think like 1 was mine. And like 2 or 3 of them were friends of mine, so I got like 3 views, like for a long time. Now it has about 905 views, is what it says here. That was over the course of the last 3 years. Like that was like
personally, I think the next Ragnarok game, the only way they could fix this is by having Kratos return to his old ways of killing, and they would do this by killing Atreus.
Yes. Good idea.
No,
Okay.
they're not. Nope, they're not going to do it. They're never going to do it. The Kratos we have now is the Kratos that we are stuck with. It's not a Kratos that I feel like playing with again. Like, if you would have told me before the Norse games came out, like, we're going to replace Kratos with his son or whatever, I'd be like, I'm not interested in playing a God of War without Kratos. Now, at this point, if you're like, oh, we're going to have like another God of War with a new character, I would be like, cool, because I don't really want to play as Kratos anymore. I'm not interested in that character. I don't find him fun to play with. I don't think he's a fun character to follow. I think that every single fight that I get into from this point in God of War, the game and Kratos' character as he is going to constantly lecture me on how it's bad, because that's what they did for 2 games straight, and that's just a part of his character now. Yeah, it sucks. And
yeah, Sun God brought kill Atreus, and then all of a sudden Kratos has an incentive to go fuck everything up.
Nope, they're never going to do it. They're not going to do it. It's going to inherently go against his character to do that now. They're not going to do it. And where they are mentally, their current mental space, it's just no, it ain't happening.